In this enlightening episode of the Huberman Lab podcast, Dr. Andrew Huberman engages with Dr. Robert Lustig, an endocrinologist and professor renowned for his expertise in the realm of nutrition, especially concerning sugar and processed foods. The dialogue, rich in detail and insight, tackles the intricacies of dietary choices and their profound impact on human health. In their discussion, a key focus is the nature of calories. Dr. Lustig challenges the idea that all calories are the same, emphasizing the importance of their source, protein, fat, or carbohydrate, due to their different metabolic effects. He also highlights the often neglected role of fiber in diets, explaining its benefits for digestion, gut health, disease prevention, and overall wellness. The conversation takes a deep dive into the world of sugars, especially fructose. Dr. Lustig explains how fructose, common in processed foods and sweeteners, differs from glucose and leads to health issues. Fructose, not essential for the body, is metabolized differently, causing fat accumulation, inflammation, and metabolic problems. Dr. Lustig and Dr. Huberman critically examine the food industry's strategies in promoting sugar consumption. They discuss how the addictive nature of sugar is exploited to increase consumer demand, drawing parallels with drug addiction. This segment of the podcast sheds light on the psychological effects of sugar, detailing how it triggers reward pathways in the brain, leading to a cycle of cravings and overconsumption. Further, the podcast delves into the broader impact of dietary choices on physiological functions. They discuss how different foods, particularly those high in processed sugars, can disrupt hormonal balances, influence insulin sensitivity, and affect overall energy metabolism. Dr. Lustig provides an in-depth explanation of the metabolic processes, particularly focusing on the role of insulin and the detrimental effects of fructose on mitochondrial function, the powerhouses of cells. The discussion challenges diet myths, notably the notion that low-fat intake is always good. It emphasizes understanding various fats and their body roles. Dr. Lustig notes that low-fat products often have high added sugars, potentially more harmful to health. As the conversation progresses, Dr. Lustig offers practical advice on improving dietary habits, advocating for natural foods, preferring whole fruits over juices, and diverse fiber sources. He underscores a holistic diet approach, focusing on nutritional value and the food's effect on body biochemistry, not just calories. In the podcast's later segment, Dr. Huberman and Dr. Lustig explore public nutritional education, emphasizing the need to understand food's scientific impact on health and advocating for improved dietary knowledge. This highlights the importance of informed food choices and personal responsibility in health management. Continuing their exploration, Dr. Huberman and Dr. Lustig delve into the broader societal implications of the widespread consumption of sugar and processed foods. They discuss how these dietary trends contribute to the growing prevalence of chronic diseases like obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. The impact of sugar and processed foods on children's health is also a critical topic. Dr. Lustig expresses concern over the increasing rates of childhood obesity and type 2 diabetes, linking these trends to high sugar consumption from an early age. He advocates for healthier food choices in schools and increased awareness among parents and caregivers. Dr. Huberman and Dr. Lustig also touch on the psychological dimensions of eating habits. They explore how emotional states, stress, and mental health can influence dietary choices, often leading to a preference for high sugar and high fat foods. This discussion underscores the complexity of eating behaviors and the need for a holistic approach to dietary change that includes mental health considerations. In the final segment, Dr. Lustig reiterates the importance of individual responsibility in dietary choices and advocates for policy changes, suggesting government regulation on food labeling, advertising, and taxing high-sugar products to reduce unhealthy food intake. He envisions a future where public health initiatives and education campaigns can shift public perception and behavior towards healthier eating habits. This episode of the Huberman Lab podcast is a comprehensive examination of the critical issue of sugar and processed food consumption. It provides listeners with a wealth of knowledge about the science of nutrition, the pitfalls of the modern diet, and practical strategies for improving health through better food choices. Dr. Lustig's expertise and Dr. Huberman's insightful questioning make this a must-listen for anyone interested in the intersection of diet, health, and society.